Well, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to look at an action camera that is from a company called Campark. It is their X10 4K Ultra HD touchscreen action camera, and that's coming right up. Alright, let's take a look at what's inside of the packaging. It's a nice little box that comes with the Campark. You've got your instructions, you've got 2 batteries. Now that's not too shabby to have 2 batteries that come with it. These batteries are 1050 milliamp hour batteries. Then you've got the waterproof case. Now, the camera feels nice. It's got a nice 1/4-20 screw on the bottom, and something I really like is the battery drawer that comes with the action camera. And then you've got a plethora of accessories that come with it. Now let's talk about the camera itself and some of the specs. The chipset on this camera is the Allwinner V3, and the image sensor on it is the Sony IMX179. Now, I'm going to put up the spec sheet for the Allwinner V3 chip, and it shows that its maximum resolution is, drum roll please, it is 1080p, 60 frames per second is the maximum resolution on dual channels or single channel 1080p at 30. So that means 2.7K and 4K are going to be interpolated. So that's just a little FYI. You know, I know that action cameras, that 4K is the buzzword, and I say that all the time. 4K is the buzzword. But if it's going to be interpolated, please put that on the packaging. But before we get into any more of that, let's check out some of the video quality of this camera. Then we'll do a quick audio test, and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, starting with the Campark, the X10 4K, 30 frames per second. But right now I'm shooting 1080p. We'll start it off at 1080p, 30 frames per second. I'm using the Evo GP Pro 3-axis gimbal because this action camera does not offer image stabilization under any resolution. So we'll see what the image quality looks like. Like I said, we'll just kind of rotate through the different resolutions. There's my fig tree. Alright, 2.7K, 30 frames per second with the Campark X10. And my fig tree. And now 30 frames per second with the Campark X10. So the image quality looks, say it on the back of the screen, it looks like the frames are and 1080p, 30 frames per second, indoor low light. .7K, 30 frames a second, indoor low light. Alright, 4K, 30 frames a second, indoor lighting, low light in the kitchen, 6 elbows. See if we can see any detail. And now a quick little audio test of the Campark X10 for 30 frames per second action camera
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5.
So, what are my conclusions regarding the Campark X10 4K Ultra HD action camera? I'm not very impressed with it. The chipset, the Allwinner V3, it is capable of 1080p, and the 1080p image is okay, don't get me wrong, but it's just okay. And we have to keep in mind, this is 2018, this is not 2015, and for some reason the 1080p has a VGA kind of look to it as far as the image quality. It has a lot of purple fringing, and what I mean by that is if you look at the image here with the leaves, and I'll even circle it, you'll see a lot of purple fringing, and a lot of that happens with the quality of the lens that's used. But the 4K, you could tell because the audio and the video were getting out of sync and jumping around that the frame rate is all over the place. And even at 720p slow-mo, which I was really hoping that the 720 at least was a decent quality, it was even frame stuttering, and you heard 1 second of audio and the rest of the audio was gone. So, it does have a battery drawer on the bottom. It does have a 1/4 screw. Those things are great. It does come with a nice little amount of accessories. It does come with 2 batteries. That's fantastic, but at the end of the day, it comes down to image quality. And at the time of this video, the Campark was retailing for $69.99. Now it's down to $59.99. In my humble opinion, this is a $30 camera at best. And for some reason, I know a lot of action camera companies out there that are manufacturing in bulk these action cameras, and then they're putting a name on for different companies. If it doesn't say 4K on it, nobody wants it because this is 2018. But then again, if the chipset and the camera is not capable of a true 4K and it's going to be interpolated, at least mention that in the packaging that this is interpolated. This is not 4K. So all in all, I have to give this camera 2 thumbs down. I am not impressed with it at all. I'll put a link in the description below, just if you guys want to check it out for yourselves. And who knows, maybe they'll rearrange the pricing on this and take it down to a lower notch. And I'm not saying that those out there that can't afford a GoPro, that this is not a valid alternative, but there are other alternatives out there, in my opinion, for the amount of money, whether you're looking at $49.99, $59, $69. I think there are other alternatives out there that you can get a better image quality with. So with saying that, I hope that you guys have a great day. That's my thoughts on the Campark X10. Comment below, tell me what you thought about the image quality, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.